Don't forget to bring your smartphone with you to Blizzard, or you won't get in. So let's get into it, shall we? Zio here, and we're talking about Blizzard. I know we hadn't said much about them in a while since the whole "do you not have a phone, bro" kind of comments with Diablo Immortals and all that good stuff, but Blizzard is once again at it again, and this time they're after your data. That's right, anything and everything you do on your smartphone, they want access to that stuff, and this is how they're going to do it. 5 things you need to know before you buy a Blizzcon ticket. What you really need to know is number 5 down here. To pick up your badge at registration this year, you'll need to download the Axe mobile app. Don't do it. That's all I got to say right now. The app displays a QR code, one code for all your tickets, which changes at regular intervals to help guard against dupes and frauds. On the outside, that's actually not a bad thing. The question is, how often or how much of a problem do they actually have about dupes and frauds when it comes to BlizzCon? I've never really heard of it being an issue before in the past. Maybe it's a widespread issue and they just haven't told anybody or nobody knows about it. You'd think somebody would have reported on it, but what do I know? Because of that, we won't be able to accept paper tickets, confirmation emails, and or screenshot photos of QR codes at Blizzcon Registration. After you buy your tickets, you should receive an email from Axe with instructions on how to download the app. You can download it at any time for your iPhone and Android. If for some reason you find yourself at the show with a dead mobile device, or some other unexpected issue preventing you from accessing the app, don't worry. Just head over to the solution desk at the registration, and they will help you out. Yeah, so I'm going to assume this app is good for everything, Android, iPhone, regardless of what system you have, and I hope it doesn't, have a whole lot of, it's not that big of an app, because I know with my last phone, it only had like 15 gigs of internal memory. And unfortunately, because apps don't like to install on SD cards, which is a crying shame, it gets to a point where you may not be able to install an app that's only 128 kilobytes or megabytes or whatever, because you ain't got the memory for it without deleting something else. And I don't know about you, but if you're in that boat, I don't exactly want to delete one of the games I have a lot of fun with just to put spyware on my system before or during the con. So, what is Axe exactly? Oh, Axe is the app that they are going to use to check your QR codes. They're going to randomly fix and change on you, because apparently people trying to get into BlizzCon with fakes is such a really, really bad thing. But these are going to be the permissions that it asks for. And to be honest, for something that only is supposed to supply you with a ticket, I think it's overreaching quite a bit of what it wants from you. So, what all can it do? This is from Reddit. Somebody took the time to download said app and take a look at all the other stuff. Behind the scenes, of course. Because that's what people do. It wants to read your contacts. It wants your location, approximate location or precise location based on your GPS and network plans and stuff. It wants access to your camera, so it can take pictures and videos. Wi-Fi connection information, it wants all that. Other information it wants, or can do. It receives data from the internet, views your network connections, pairs with Bluetooth devices. So if you've got hands-free or whatever in your ear, and your phone may not, may be in your pocket, it can go ahead and access that whenever you're just randomly talking. Full network access prevents device from sleeping, view network connections, read battery statistics, pairs with Bluetooth devices, access Bluetooth settings, full network access, run at startup, so this thing is always running and always on. Controls vibration, prevents device from sleeping, modifies system settings, which it should never do. All of this, it doesn't need access to. None of it. You know, when it comes to downloading video games and other stuff, I try out a lot of different games on my phone. But the second it asks me for something that it doesn't need, like, I don't know, access to my camera, I don't go through with it. I uninstall or say, yep, nope, you don't need that. Access to my contacts. What the hell does the game need access to my contacts for? Yeah. Especially if it doesn't have like a share button where it wants to share this game or your high score with everybody else. It doesn't really need any of that. So, yeah, Blizzcon wants you to download this app for really something that isn't that big of a problem that we know of anyway. But it also wants all your information as well. Let's see, and this is a post from PlayStation Lifestyles, strangely enough. But this also comes from another Redditor. I found in about 30 minutes of searching that the app scrapes off a ton of data from my phone, including your first and last name, precise location is determined by GPS, Wi-Fi, and other means, how often the app is used, what content is viewed using the app, which ads are clicked, what purchases are made and not made, a user's personal advertising identifier, IP addresses, operating systems, device make and model, billing addresses, credit card numbers, security codes, mailing addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses. Why? Why, Blizzard? Why do you need all that information? Because you know they've made a deal with these people where they're scraping all this information off, and these people sell that information. You think Facebook is bad. These people are just as bad. They go through and they sell this information to places like Facebook. They sell that information to places like Blizzard and other places. Of course, Blizzard is getting it for free, I'm sure, with their deal that they've made. But, you know, they're gonna want all that information because they need to. They're making a huge push into the mobile market right now, and they want all that information. The problem is they ain't got it. I'm sure people don't want to give it to them, so this is their intrusive little way of getting all that information. What is it that you do? What kind of games do you like to play? What kind of Facebook posts do you share and like and all that good stuff? What kind of advertisers do you scroll through or click on to see what you might be interested in? Of course, with all that information, you're piecing together a jigsaw puzzle. The data, your social data or your social media, your data profile with stuff like that. And they're finding things like they're looking at your codes and everything else that you're inputting into the system because it has access to all that. And if, say, said data falls into the wrong hands, those wrong hands can piece those together and find out all sorts of things about you. They can figure out what your secret or what your secret codes are. I can't think of what they are. When you're trying to recover an account and it's like, hey, here's a security question. What's your mother's maiden name? They can find that information out by piecing together the puzzles. They find out where you're living at, things like that. Oh, you're living over here and you have contact with this person quite often. Who's that? Oh, they've got the same last name as you. I wonder if that's your mother, and or things like that. And I'm not willing to give that kind of information up to Blizzard. I'm sorry. So many companies out there have had data breaches lately. And it is more important to keep a close tab on your personal information more than anything these days. I mean, heck, Equifax can't even hold on to your personal data without getting hacked. And they have everything about you. Or at least they, have a good portion of it, considering what they do. Facebook has been hit. It wouldn't be hard for somebody, I'm sure, to hit Blizzard if they wanted to again. Because I'm pretty sure Blizzard's been hit in the past, but I could be wrong. I might be thinking of somebody else. But be wary. If you want to give Blizzard access to all your information, then by gosh, Chigali G, do it. Go ahead and give them all your info. If you don't, then fight against it. Hit up that help desk. Everybody flood the help desk. I suggest that you be unaware of these changes because maybe you live under a rock. Maybe your phone is a track phone. The $9 track phone that's not an actual smartphone. It looks like a Nokia or something, or a flip phone. Get one of those for like $9. They're $9.99 at your Kmart, Walmart, whatever it is that you got. Grab one of those before you go in. Activated, of course. I mean, you might as well. You get like 120 minutes for free, so might as well use it. Go in there and be like, yeah, so I got a small problem. This doesn't work with my phone. What do I do? And let's just see how that happens. I mean, it would be really funny, really great if everybody who walked through the gate did that. Can you imagine the mind-blowing analytics they might even gain from doing that when like a good 60% of the people walking through the gate wanting to get in are like, yeah, so I have this track phone and it doesn't install apps like that. What do I do? For them to be like, oh snap, why does half our customer base not have smartphones? Thought they had smartphones. But anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. Do you want spyware on your phone just to attend an event at a BlizzCon? No? Yes? Let me know. Until then, I will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.